Judas Priest reversed their decision to tour as a four-piece. That means that Andy Sneap will join the band on their 50 Heavy Metal Years tours just as planned. That also means that everything we said in the previous video is no longer relevant. Well, almost everything. Just a couple of days after issuing an initial statement of band deciding to continue the tour as a four-piece from now on, Judas Priest released a new one stating the following. Hello Metal Maniacs, given all that has recently evolved and transpired, we have decided unanimously as a band to continue our live shows unchanged, with Rob, Ian, Richie, Scott, Andy and Glenn joining us whenever he's able. So see you all soon as we forge ahead celebrating 50 massive heavy metal years of Judas Priest together. Judas Priest, 15th of January 2022. So as of today, everything is back to how it was a week ago. Rob, Ian, Scott and Richie are hitting the road together with Andy Sneap, who is replacing Glenn Tipton while the band is on the road, with Glenn showing up on stage whenever this is possible. So basically everyone who's gotten the tickets for the Judas Priest 50 Heavy Metal Years tour before that, and I'm of course one of those guys who has several tickets since 2019, is getting exactly what he paid for.
Exactly.
At the same time, the mystery remains as per why the band has made the initial announcement in the first place, and why did they decide to retract it and invite Andy Sneap back. And the truth is, despite numerous speculations that I have read in the comments already, we actually do not know, and all we can do at this point is just speculate a little. In our previous video, we provided 3 different scenarios of how the band can go on after their announcement to continue as a four-piece, with the first 2 of them actually sticking to the idea of performing as a four-piece on stage, and the third one of them actually staying as a four-piece for now, yet hiring an additional guitar player down the road.
Yes, it's true.
And I guess the latter was technically a correct answer, yet I myself, and I believe that most of the other fans at that point thought that the 5th member on stage would be George Lynch, Tommy Thayer, or anyone else, but not Andy Sneap. Yet Andy is back to touring with the band, and given the fact that the band did not provide much more information, that means that if we want to even start guessing why the band has made that first announcement, at this point it might involve digging through some dirty laundry, and I personally do not feel comfortable doing that, especially about my favorite band. And instead, I actually prefer to concentrate on positive things looking forward. And if you think about it, there are actually quite a lot of positive things about these announcements. Number 1, given the fact that the band has even considered performing as a four-piece and putting an enormous load on Richie Faulkner as a guitar player, that means that Richie's health is in perfect shape. And I think that everyone can agree that after he has scared us a couple of months ago, this actually is amazing news. Number 2, the whole fact that after this announcement, the band was able to reconcile together with Andy Sneap and bring him back on the road without any bad blood, that means that on the 53rd year of existence, the atmosphere in Judas Priest is actually pretty damn good. And I believe that for most of the old-time and die-hard fans of the band, this actually means quite a lot, given everything that we know for sure has been going on in the band in the past decades. And number 3, and this I believe is the most important one. As I said in the previous video, I know for a fact that the band and their management are following really closely the fans' response to every decision the band makes. And this whole situation just kind of proves this point and shows once again that on their 6th decade, Judas Priest are not really a bunch of old and greedy, irrelevant dudes who do not care about absolutely anything their fans think, but rather the opposite. Yes, they go on the road to make money, but at the same time they are doing this together with their loyal fan base, all the heavy metal maniacs around the world, who, when they're paying quite a lot of money to see their favorite band on stage, expect certain dynamics, and that includes the guitar dynamics on stage. And at this point I don't really care whether it was Facebook or YouTube comments or it was Gary Tipton who helped the band make that decision, but what I do care about is that the band knows what they're doing, they still listen to their fans, and they still remain relevant in the world of heavy metal. Oh, and by the way, maybe unintentionally, but all of this helped the band get quite a lot of publicity, which is always good ahead of a massive world tour. And by the way, in case of the concert of my hometown, the first one coincided with the change of venue, and the second more positive announcement was actually released the same day as the massive advertising campaign for that concert started in my hometown. So I guess in case of Kyiv, this was simply help attract more people to come to the show.
I love it!
Anyways, what do you guys personally think about all of this, and are you happy that Andy's back in the band at this point? Please let us know in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching this second spontaneous video, which I didn't actually plan, and keep rocking.